How are we going, guys? Welcome to today's video, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 tips to get shredded this summer. So this week is freezing. It's absolutely minging this week, let's be fair. Temperatures are like under freezing, and it's a pretty depressing time to be. So a lot of us now are going to start to book summer holidays to give ourselves something to look forward to. But you go, they're going to be in 6-7 months time. So I thought, let's get you started and let's give you 5 tips to look your very best on your summer holiday. Number 1, be in a calorie deficit. Now, without this factor being satisfied, you can forget the other tips. It's not going to work. You have to be in a calorie deficit to see fat loss. Okay. You can use apps like MyFitnessPal to sort of track where you're currently at, so you know that you're in a deficit. And there are various equations to work out what your calorie intake should be. If any of you want me to work your calories out for you to get you started, just drop a comment below, thumbs up, whatever you want, and I will get back to you and I will work out your calories for you. But you guys, you have to be in a calorie deficit or this whole process doesn't work. Tip number 2, lift weights. Now, some of you who may be going on holiday much later in the year, August, September time, you're probably actually going to have time to actually gain a little bit of lean mass before you start putting yourself in the deficit and cutting down, which gives you a real good chance to build a really impressive physique. For those of you who fear that you've got quite a lot of fat to lose and your holiday might be June, July, still lift weights and do those big compound movements. They burn a lot of calories and they will help maintain the muscle mass you do have, so that when you do drop the body fat, you've got a really nice shape to your body and the definition will look that much better. Tip number 3 is keep protein intake relatively high. The best sort of ballpark I can give you for this is do 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. So you simply get your body weight in kilos and times that by anywhere between sort of 1.6 and 2.2 if you want to. What this does is it maintains your muscle mass, again, like we spoke in tip 2, but it also satisfies what we call satiety. Okay, it keeps you fuller for longer so that you're not going to snack, and it allows you to ease those hunger pains. You don't have those cravings and you're much more likely to stick to your calorie deficit. Tip 4 would be to target getting like a large food volume. What I mean by this is like what seems to be a lot of food on your plate, and a great way of doing this is including lots of veg with your meals, because you can have a large amount of veg for hardly any calories. What this does is psychologically you see a lot of food on your plate and you will naturally feel a lot more satisfied by it. If you start having a small meal, you'll start to probably still feel a bit hungry because you've not imagined that you've eaten that much, and you'll go in search of snacks that are probably going to tip you outside of your calorie deficit. Finally, tip 5, include some junk food. I know that sounds a bit contradictory to staying in a calorie deficit, but hear me out. If you are staying within your calories, you can include junk food in that calorie number. The reason why this is going to be beneficial is it will keep you much more adherent for longer. Some of you are going to be going for this fat loss phase for 4, 5, 6, 7 months. If it's too rigid and too restrictive, you simply are not going to last the course. Include chocolate and cakes and ice cream, things like that, but track them, be accountable to the numbers, and you will do so much better because it won't feel like a diet anymore because nothing is being excluded. Of course, you can always have higher calorie days to allow for bigger meals out and things like that, but enjoy your junk food if you stay in your calories, guys.